It's round 2 of the Players' Cup, and I'm in loser's bracket. Welcome back, everyone, to more from the Sableyes. I'm Mitch, and today we're going to take a look at my second round game in the Players' Cup. I'm in loser's bracket, so it's like round 2 or 3, or I can never remember exactly how these rounds are ordered. We are going to be playing Eternatus. I'll give you 2 seconds to look over the list very quickly in just a moment, then we'll jump into the games. If you want a slightly more in-depth version of it, then jump into round 1, the video that we did, that I did yesterday or something like that. So, hopefully we win. If we don't, this is going to be an incredibly short series. Hopefully we do, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll jump across to PTCGO and take a look at the deck that I'll be running, and then get straight into those games. So this, if you haven't seen the video, is the deck, the video from yesterday, that is. Eternatus VMAX is the way to go. I'll just leave this up on the screen. We're not going to talk through it too much. Before we jump into the games, though, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't mean too much to you, but it means a lot to me. I am very, very close to 5k subscribers, which is a massive achievement. Thank you very much to everyone that has stuck with me so far, and hopefully we can get to that 5k goal ASAP. And get cracking on with some super cool Vivid Voltage decks, which I've got lined up. There's heaps coming next week on the channel. Like the video if you haven't already. Let's jump in. It's game time. Alrighty, on to the second round. It has been about 2 hours real time for me to get into this game. And the Discord on Players' Cup 2 for Oceania has been pretty intense. Hello, Night Owl, how are you doing? I've been having a chat with him in between, because it's been like an hour and a half. They had some problems with all sorts of stuff, so we've been having a chat, and it's been quite a wild ride, let's just say that much. But hey, we're here now, and we're playing games. We've got a Power Plant, which is good. We've got a Quick Ball, we've got some Boss's Orders. I actually need to get this list up that I'm playing against. Give me a second, there we go. Okay, so now I know exactly what I'm playing against, which is good. I'm going to flip my phone over because I'm going to get distracted by all of those messages. ADP, yet again, we're playing that, so you're going to see the same thumbnail. Hopefully you've clicked on this one, because, you know, it's the same game, effectively. But this ADP list is a little bit different. It's playing Great Catcher, so we don't need to worry about that. Instead of those custom catcher flips, Pokemon catcher flips, there is 2 copies of Viridian Forest in this deck, so we are expecting to see that. A Morehole coming down, that could be ambitious. Disappointing. And yeah, the only draw that they have outside of Dedenne is a Crobat. So, we'll see how this goes. The good thing is they've wasted a bench space with this Duraludon, which is good. We've got Power Plant, they get an Intrepid Sword, which is also good for us. We've got Power Plant, so they're not going to be able to really use their Dedenne to draw cards, which is fantastic for us. But the problem here is, we've got a ton of stuff, but none of it is useful. So we kind of need to grab Eternatus here. And then we need to just research away all of these cards, which is disappointing to say the very least. And there you go, we have no switch, so we're not going to be able to do that this turn. We're just going to Building Spite twice. And we're going to have to just hope that they can't switch out into this ADP. That's pretty much all we can do. If they do play down the Viridian Forest, we have a second Power Plant in our hands. We could Marnie, but we do need to draw cards, so I might just need to play Research. Missing the Crobat there is very painful. But yeah, it's not ideal, to say the very least. This start has not been ideal. So again, we've got the exact same problem that we had in our first round game, just not being able to draw any Pokemon. Now, a Marnie here is pretty good for us. Even though we've got a decent hand, I like the idea of getting Marnie because there's more chance of finding Pokemon. So I like that. This is a good hand. It doesn't look like it, but it's a good hand. What we can do is we can Quick Ball away the Dark Energy if we want and try and Turbo Patch. If we Turbo Patch and flip heads, we can attach it to the Spiritomb and use that as a retreat and try and find another energy from there. We also have the Zigzagoon to try and get the damage tick onto the ADP. And it looks like they might be setting themselves up to do just pass this turn, which means we could potentially get ourselves a knockout on something. No, it looks like they're going to just switch into a Crobat. Fair enough. Okay, so now there's no space. There's the energy, so they do have the ADP, but we've got an okay turn here. An okay turn. Now, it depends on what we top deck. Let's see what we top deck. Another quick ball. Okay. I'm going to play down the Zigzagoon. We're going to get the ping over here. Let's get ourselves some building spot. Now, there's a part of me that thinks we probably just quick ball all this stuff away and grab a Crobat, which I like a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another Eternatus. I'm going to quick ball away the Turbo Patch to grab a Crobat. Now we've got a chance to draw into supporters like Professor's Research and Marnie, which would be really good, plus the energy, plus the Switch, plus the Eternatus, plus a few more Pokemon. Okay, cool. So we've got Eternatus VMAX. We have a Turbo Patch, flip heads. Nope, okay. We Great Ball here. We're going to grab Zigzagoon, I think. It seems fine. What I'll do is I'll play that down and put it onto the Zacian. Now, here's the question. Do I go for the Eternatus VMAX knockout? Or do I just hit this thing with Spiritomb? Right? So I can attach to the active and just Anguish Cry for a little bit of damage. Or I could commit to the bench and then Marnie and hope I find a switch. I have played no switches. I haven't seen any of them. I'm going to go for it. Because doing this gives me a chance to pretty much lock the game up early. There's the switch. And a couple of Pokemon potentially as well. I need this Great Ball to hit a basic. Hit a basic. Nice. We will grab the Zigzagoon. It sucks because I want to grab the Crobat, but we're going to take 3 prizes here. I will play down the Zigzagoon. We'll put 10 damage onto the Zacian, I guess. We've got the Sableye down here. We're going to switch into Eternatus, and we're going to hit into this thing before it can use its Ultimate Ray. And that's what this deck is supposed to do, right? It's supposed to take that ADP out before Ultimate Ray happens. Best part here is I get 3 prizes. We got a VMAX, an Energy, and a Research. So literally the 3 best prizes I could have asked for. And now we need to make a decision about what we're going to do next turn. Presuming that we keep our hand the same, we are in a position where we just attach to the bench Eternatus V and then evolve and then research. I'm going to reset stamp us. Okay, so there you go. I was talking about keeping my hand, and now I'm not going to get to do that. The best part here, though, is that they need to gust and take a knockout. They've already used a Metal Saucer, and now that they've researched, they cannot gust this turn because they don't play any other gust methods. So what we might be able to do here is get a knockout on something and then try and win the game from there. Now, Morwile does 30 plus 10. It's going to be doing 3, 6, 9, 12, 150, 180, 210, 240, 250. 280. I must have miscounted. But that's fine as long as we find an energy. So I think we need to research here because I need energy and VMAX this turn. So let's research. We've got energy. We've got a Crobat as well. I'm going to Great Ball here because I might be able to get the VMAX off of this, which I do. And now I've pretty much locked this game up because they cannot take 6 prizes before we take 3. So this is a fantastic position to be in for us, even though we are obviously playing a deck that is incredibly quick. The fact that they didn't take prizes on their turn there means that we have a pretty solid chance to win the game. All we need now is to maintain our hand or to draw into an energy off of a Marnie. So we're looking pretty good. We've used a couple of supporters already. We've still got 2 draw supporters left, 2 Professor's Researchers left, so that's good. But yeah, we are in a position now where I think we're going to be able to just get the win. They're going to take the knockout, and then we can take a return. No problems because we've got the VMAX, so we don't need to discard our bench. I take 4 prizes, but 4 prizes is unfortunately not enough. And Night Owl here did his best, but unfortunately I got the things that I needed to do. So that is the key. Would have been good though if I could have started a little stronger, but we'll try and do that in our next game. So we'll just dread end good game 1, and we'll move on to the second game, and hopefully we can find ourselves a faster start. Onto the second game, we are going to be going second in this one. So now the game plan changes slightly. We want to have an Eternatus V in the active with an energy, because obviously they want to go first. Hopefully they start ADP. Okay, we've not got an energy, but we do have a decent hand. Hello. I was doing the hello heart thing, which I asked everyone to do, but no one's really doing for me. If you are playing against me on the ladder, please, hello heart, so I know that it is you. Because I'm more likely to keep your game in my video if I know that it's someone who watches the channel. If it's just some random off the street, then I've got less incentive to do it. Right, we've got 2 energy. I really want to hit into this ADP in the active if I can. So them switching into this ADP would be perfect. If they don't, it's fine. A little bit of a heartbreak there, which is disappointing. Okay, we are going to quick ball an energy away. Now, I think we actually need to Crobat here. It's unfortunate, because obviously things are looking kind of awkward. But we've got Turbo Patch, which we can play. We've hit tails on that. I'm going to play a couple of these Pokecoms just to thin my hand out a bit, because I need to draw more cards. I want to attach to an Eternatus V. That's what I need to do. So to do that, I'm going to need to find something solid off of this Crobat. We'll hold that energy. Quick ball, Eternatus. Oh, look at this. This is perfect. Okay, so we can attach the energy here. We can play down a Power Plant, which is really big for us. We're going to quick ball another energy away, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's what we probably need to do. We'll grab another Eternatus, and then we can research. Hopefully we find a switch, that would be great, and an energy. We've literally got the perfect situation here. Now, I am going to play down this Zigzagoon right now because I need the 10 damage on it. I'll save the other one because the Power Plant should defend us from the Mawile. And I will Power Accelerator. I am going to put the extra energy onto the Eternatus V, because the last thing I want is for something like horrific to go wrong. We've got a research in hand so we can draw into an energy next turn. That's not a problem. Now, I don't actually know if there's any way for... Yeah, well, there's nothing there, right? There's nothing there. You can put them down if you want, but I've got the VMAX and the research, so... you probably put the Zigzagoon down here if I'm... Oh, didn't put the Zigzagoon down at all. Just let me have it. Fair enough. That makes sense. But yeah, we're in a position now where as long... Oh, hang on. No, he did the Power Plant. He played... Oh, no. Oh, he played the Mawile down whilst the Power Plant was in play. Oh, I didn't even realise. I'm sorry, man. That's unfortunate to say the very least. Right, now, we are in a great spot to get ourselves a knockout on this ADP. He's given us Viridian Forest, so the energy is guaranteed. All we need is to fill our bench with basics. We have 2 in our hand, and we've got a research, and we've got a potential Crobat after that. So this is a good position to be in. If he does choose to Ultimate Ray this turn, that could be awkward, but he goes for the AC. Fair enough. I think we're in a spot to try and win this game now. So we'll evolve into Eternatus in the active. I will play down the Zigzagoon, and we'll put that 10 damage onto the... Zacian. We'll play down this Sableye. We're building Spike. Now, we've got a research off of the top deck, so I can discard that to guarantee the energy. And also thins the deck out just a bit. We need, well, how many is that? 2 more Pokemon. 2 more basics. We've got a Quick Ball and a Great Ball. We can evolve the VMAX down here. We can play the Power Plant down. We can play Great Ball, find a basic. Beautiful, okay. That means we've definitely got it, so we go for the Crobat here. I'm going to get rid of the VMAX as well. We'll grab ourselves another Spiritomb, probably. That seems fine, because we've got our 2 attackers here, so we'll get this all set up. Play down the Spiritomb, which is good. We will Building Spite, and now we put ourselves in an incredibly powerful position. We've got all the things we need. We'll Turbo Patch, we may as well. Hey, we got a heads on it. That's fantastic news. We'll put that on the Sableye. Not on the Sableye, on the Spiritomb. And then we can dread it and take the knockout. 3 prizes. And the chances of our opponent being able to pull off a 6-prize game from here is very, very slim. They obviously do have gust targets, but they need to find a lot of stuff without use of Dedenne, because they've already used one of their Viridian Forests. They would need to have Viridian Forest in their hand of 4 to try and get the knockout here. So hopefully they don't. If they do, we still have a chance. There's a big Heartbreak from Night Owl. That doesn't sound very good. We have the boss offer the prizes, so that can knock out either Zacian or Mawile here. But at this stage, it is looking pretty glum. Just an Intrepid Sword, and yes, that means that this game is now effectively over, because what we do here, we just set ourselves up, we give ourselves as much stuff as we need, and then we can just boss up the Mawile. All dogs in hand. Oh no, that's not good. That is not good. We take the knockout on the Mawile, and now the only way that our opponent can get a win here is by taking 2 knockouts on Sableyes and Crobats with the 1 Zacian before we take a knockout with one of our 2 powered Eternatus. So we are set up here. Here come the dogs. Here come the Zacians. Metal Saucer, so we did have access to that. But yeah, the Power Plant combo is pretty powerful. There's 2 metal sources. They've used 3 now, so no extra energy acceleration. A water energy on a Zacian, that's never a good sign. Energy switch to the active, perhaps? Yep, it looks like that's going to be it. And then probably just a retreat and an attack, based on what we're seeing from the hand here. Power Plant, very powerful when it actually stays in play. Rest is 2 metal energy. Oh no, that's no good, man. I can't even remember how to chat. Here we go. That sucks, dude. Bad luck. Alright. Bang! There's our last knockout. Thank you, Night Owl, for keeping me entertained in that last 2 hours whilst we were waiting. Good games. And I move on to the next round of Players' Cup Losers Bracket. So a solid win there against ADP. We saw how in that first round, sometimes ADP can get on top of you, but we managed to get over the line here. The first win in what is going to have to be a long stretch of them. We need to get through 6 Losers Bracket rounds in this particular Players' Cup, considering we lost in the first Winners Bracket round. And then if we do that, then we might be able to play next weekend. But we'll see how we go. Thankfully, we got the win. Thank you for coming past and joining me on this one. Really appreciate it, as always. If you haven't, then please consider subscribing. There's a button just over the top of the Sableye. Just here, watch some of the videos on the screen, check out the playlist, do that kind of stuff. Whatever you need to do to make yourself feel good. And I will see you next time for more from the Sableyes. Bye.